But right now, the following contest scheduled for 1-4 with a 30-minute time limit, and this is a three-way war.
Wow, I'm back.
I'm joined at the ring.
Introducing our first competitor.
That was amazing.
That was a hell of a women's championship match, and now Aisha Raymond's painted a target on Sky.
I know.
Aisha's been gone a long time. This is.
She has, but
Sky, did Sky look worried to you?
she covered it well, but I think there was a little bit of concern in those eyes, and so there should be.
Rightfully so. I can't wait.
Another amazing wrestler.
Oh yeah, definitely one of the best cruiserweights in the country. A guy that stock has gone up and up and up and up and continues to do so. Almost like when he starts motoring a ring and the speed of the guy.
Oh, he is unreal.
If you blink, you'll miss him.
Any match he's in is exciting.
Well, obviously he made his debut in that match at our last Stowmarket Slam against Nino. And what a match it was. It's good to see him back. It's great to see him back.
It is.
And in this three-way war tonight against two, well-known World War Wrestling legends in their own right.
Competitor number 2.
Yeah, we've already had some amazing matches tonight, but this promises to be
Absolutely
phenomenal.
And the bar is set so high.
So high.
Oh, a slightly new look for the Golf Daddy tonight.
He's a real fan favourite.
He is.
They love him. And quite rightly so.
I mean, if it's not in a match as part of the Golf Laddies, that was a thing. I've never seen a flamingo in eyeliner before.
He's versatile, adaptable.
He's versatile. He had an absolute screamer of a match, no pun intended, because we all know he's a little bit high-pitched at times, against Brad O'Brien.
Yes,
he's had some great matches. He had a great match with Sky Smithson in that intergender match.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, like I say, adaptable.
Final participants.
And here's a guy that doesn't really need an introduction, but he deserves every single bit of it.
Well, he was our first ever champion, so
he was. And this is a guy that's not been seen since Stowmarket Slam when we did Champions of War 2. When on that night, unfortunately.
Personally, I'm absolutely thrilled to have him back. Jake said it, King of War. Our first King of War.
A guy who had the main event in the first ever World War Wrestling 1 against the Governor Martin Stone. A guy who then, following the defeat on that night, went on an absolute tear, evolving every single step of the way straight into the champion's paddock. Champions of War 1, he wore the gold and he held it with esteem. Whoa.
The thing is, you were surprised, but Matt is like, you know, you got to see how you get him on the night.
But legend is a word that's used so many times, but in this case, he's part of the legend that is World War Wrestling.
He is a legend, no two ways about it. He looks like he's enjoying himself a little bit too much. He was.
Yeah, but Jake alluded to it earlier. We've had so many stories from Stowmarket Slams alone. But if you're going to look at the stories of the history of World War Wrestling, most of them start, at least in some way, with the Dark Wolf, Matt Walters. He is a pillar of World War Wrestling, much like Danny Blaze. As much as it pains me to say that's the case. But then you've got the new breed. You've got Xander, who is an established fan favourite. You've got Mark True, who's making his second appearance in World War Wrestling. But this is going to be an absolute doozy.
Oh, no two ways about it. Like you say, they are new blood, but I am telling you,
and the match is
Matt
underway.
Waters is going to absolutely equal that new blood and maybe teach him a thing or two along the way.
It's going to be a match that I can't predict. That's for damn sure. I mean, Matt knows what it takes in World War Wrestling. Xander's no slouch. And I think that's why you see here that Mark True and Xander may be working together.
Certainly looks like it. They know they've got a formidable opponent there.
Well, they're in there with the former champion at the end of the day. He knows what it takes. They need to keep him out of this as much as possible. I said it before about the speed of Mark True. He's going for the pin. I said it before about the speed of these guys, but they all have the power game as well. They can all turn it up just that bit in a moment's notice.
And they've all got intelligent games as well.
Yes, they do.
They're playing the game, you know?
They're picking their spots, but the thing is, in a match like this, with it being a three-way war, there's two of you fighting, but then there's the third.
Then there's the third.
And it just so happens to be the former champion of war, who's coming back in after years away, and I don't think he's been away through choice. He's just
life.
He's looking in great nick though. It's great to see him back, but he just doesn't seem to have that all too familiar chip on his shoulder again. And so he should.
I'm not sure playing a chopping game with him is a good idea, but we'll see how this goes down. I'm
not sure that picking a fight with him and then walking away is a good idea. The guy's been to war with Will Cruz.
Exactly.
The guy has had a series of wars with Tom Latimer, who they were just savage. He's been to war with Danny Blaze. The match that they had at World War Wrestling 6, they were changed on that night.
They want to hope that that doesn't turn around and he gets his own back, I'm telling you.
But again, I can't fault the methodology. They're sold their teammates a fortune at the minute because they know the risk.
Like I say, intelligent.
Yes, it's a very intelligent game plan. They have to take the Dark Wolf out of it. They're working together. So far, a very sound strategy. But they need to keep on him. The Dark Wolf won't part with us for long. Well, that worked.
Sorry, we fell silent then because we were all like,
Are they going to? Look at the colour of his chest.
Oh my God. I'm sure there's going to be some retribution for that as we go on.
A very dangerous animal. A former heavyweight champion of World War Wrestling.
Does he?
He's enjoying it. He may be the colour of Xander's tights.
But they might have just riled him up even more doing that. You realise this?
Which is a bad thing to do.
Oh, like we said.
Just like that. Drills him. Body on body. The thing is that this match favours nobody.
No.
There's always... Oh, that'll ring your bell.
So much power.
Shuffles into the pin. Again. You have to have eyes in the back of your head, the front of your head, and everywhere.
Everywhere. Especially with these guys because they're all sharp.
Yes, they're as sharp as attack. I mean, when one's out, you see it there. The Dark Wolf removes Xander from the equation, and then he's got to deal with True. True, who's in there quick as hell. But I'm interested to see how this actually plays out between these two. The old guard and the new... It's Danny Blaze and Ollie Blake all over again, but very, very different wrestlers. But the Dark Wolf there is... We've seen him fly before, and now he's out of the ring, and now it's back to True and and now we're left with True in the ring.
Now, was that just opportunity, or again, was that very well calculated?
You have to take the opportunity, but they're not paying attention to True!
They both paid the price then. Don't turn your back on someone like Mark True.
But again, he picked his spot. He waited until they were distracted. He's now rolled him back in quick. He's working Xander because he knows, not that Xander's any slouch, but it's probably going to be a better fight to pick on.
Well,
I'm just trying to keep tabs of where everybody is. The Dark Wolf, though, taking some much needed rest on the outside, watching things, watching these two beat each other up.
I don't know how much needed it is, to be honest. He's kind of a physical beast, but
he's
definitely stalking his prey. Yes,
he's actually taking his time. They're completely unaware of where he is. They're not paying attention to him. Again, eyes, boys. You need to have. They just became aware of it. Split leg moonsault, one for each. All three men down. The Dark Wolf then.
He likes to share.
He'll give you beatings in equal measure. He doesn't care. He's come to win on his return to the war zone. He's not come just to make up the numbers. Straight in the top of the head. Oh, there's another one. They like to share too. Yeah,
I feel that he's got a little bit of a raw deal, because like you say, they definitely have decided that they need to take it to him, and like you say, try and eliminate him from the action.
Well, it's an obvious statement. I'll repeat again. He is the former heavyweight world champion of World War Wrestling. What a feather in the cap that would be, to say that you beat two other guys and one of them just happens to be the former heavyweight champion. That's a major win. That's a major tick in the win column for anyone in this match.
Yeah.
And what a way for Matt to have announced himself if he could pick up the victory today, that he's back. I've been away and I've come back to win. True on his second outing, if he can win. Xander, another win for him. It just...
And the thing is now, again, Matt will be taking advantage of this to have a rest, get his self together.
He may be out of sight, but in his mind he's just taking it all in. You see him there, watching, waiting. He knew where he was. He had that fully scouted. He was picking his moment.
He was.
But he wasn't about to let them win the easy way.
He let them think as well. He let him get comfortable there for a second. That's
the champion's mentality, though. He knows what it is to get there. It doesn't look like he's missed a step. He looks sharp. And that boot looks blunt, straight on the side of the head. Xander on the deck. Oh no! It was a kick straight through the chest, a PK penalty kick that downed Titan, the first ever champions of war, if you remember.
And right now he's not happy. He thinks that should have been a 3.
He's clearly not happy, but the Dark Wolf putting his boot straight through Xander. It's toppled bigger men.
He has, and now he's got the ump.
Which is bad, because the Dark Wolf doesn't need any encouragement to be in a bad mood. He just hits harder. I always remember at World War Wrestling 6 there was one kick that Danny Blaze landed square across the back of the Dark Wolf, and all it did was upset him. That'll upset him and he'll sing a little bit higher, but we're going to need more ice packs, I think.
I think so. Look at some of the welts on him. And like I say, all it's going to do is actually fire him up even more.
But Xander, again, he's not in any way intimidated by the fact he's facing the former champion in there at the minute. He's going up. No wasted motion. He's got him planted. Where's he going now? He's going for the elbow. Lands it straight through the heart. He's going for the pit. Where's True come from? True from the outside. Going for the pin. Ever the opportunist. Oh my God.
Oh my God. I did not see that coming. Oh my God. That's a double cross. If ever I've seen one. He lulled him into a false sense of security. There they were, working it together. And he literally stole it. And let's face it, with the way Matt was going, I think probably it took that bit of cunning to get that win. I don't think anyone knew what was going on.
Yeah, there's dissension in the ranks, boss.
I'm not surprised. I would not be happy if I was in Xander's shoes.
But a win's a win. A win,
Oh dear.
It's very rare you see Xander lose his cool. What? Has he just challenged him? Has he challenged him? Xander's not happy. I think he's just challenged Mark True to a one-on-one match. Please, boss, make that happen. That needs to happen. That's got to happen. The fans want to see it. The fans want to see it, boss.
Yep. What is going on?
Well,
oh, he's going to regret that. I think I might have something something to say about that sometime in the future, because personally, I think Xander would deserve a one-on-one after that.
Well, a win's a win.
And I think a win is a win. I've got to give it to him. And, like I said, intelligent wrestlers, you know, he was using his intelligence to make sure that he secured that win. And you can't blame him. But, personally, I think everyone would like to see.
Well, you heard it for yourself. The crowd were loud and proud.
And the Goth Daddy.
They want to see it.
Settle
and
that
it
one.
will be an absolute cracker.